Now, last week I got this comment from IRQ Joe with a very valid concern about the YouTube notification bell. So I and many other creators ask you not only to subscribe, but also click the bell so you don't miss the new things that we put out. Because if you do click the bell, you will get a notification pushed to your phone and an email delivered to you to get you to watch the content that we just uploaded, because YouTube generally does not automatically put every video of mine in front of you. It only gives you a small selection of your subscription base and things that YouTube's algorithm thinks you might find of interest. And it's often a frustration point for us creators, because if I ever do something different, most of you don't see the video because YouTube doesn't think you're going to want to watch it. We did a great video that we spent a lot of time on a few weeks ago on high-speed cameras that very few people saw because YouTube just didn't put it in front of people, and it really frustrated me. So if you click the bell, you get notified, but Joe's issue here is that those notifications come at him all day long, not when he wants to sit down and watch something. And of course, YouTube doesn't make it easy to get a list of your top creators presented to you when you sit down. It's just, again, what they think you should watch. So I said, all right, let's take a look at doing something a little bit different here. And I've been meaning to do this for a while. So the first thing I did is I set up a notification email list. Now, granted, this is not going to be ideal for everybody, but for those of you who want to do more of a schedule, this might help. And what you can do is sign up here, even if you already are on my email list, and it will send out an email to you once a week, Sunday morning, or every day around 7 p.m. or so, and it will give you all the new videos that I uploaded. So that way you're not getting these notifications, you're getting something sent over to your email. And that might work for some of you, and I figured I would put it together and get it launched this week. So if you go ahead and sign up for it, it should be working by the end of the week. And again, if you're already on the email list, just sign up again, because this will add a tag to your account that my email system will use to send out that email. But then I went down a rabbit hole and I said, well, what else could we do? What kind of automations are out there? And then I stumbled across Zapier when I was on the train coming back from New York City earlier this week. And Zapier is basically IFTTT on steroids. It supports a lot more of the types of services that you might use with If This Then That. And there's a lot more functionality built in, including the ability to do multiple things in a single zap, as they call it, which would be a recipe on If This Then That. So the first thing I wanted to do was just create a reliable, consolidated RSS feed of my two channels. Now, RSS stands for Really Simple Syndication. It got its start back in the blogging days, and believe it or not, YouTube has been supporting RSS for a very long period of time, and I hope they continue doing it. And what you get in a YouTube RSS feed for your favorite channel is all of this information. Look at this. We get the title, we have the link, we've got the thumbnails, we have even the entire video description available to us. And Zapier is parsing this stuff better than any other service I have seen, including a lot of those free services that do RSS work for you. And I was really impressed with that. By the way, if you want to know how to get at an RSS feed for your favorite channel, all you have to do is find out their channel ID and then insert it after this text that you see here. And that will automatically get you those feeds. So what I've got here is a feed for both my main channel and my extras channel. And this creates a single feed that Zapier is hosting that I can use for just about anything. And what you'll see here is that feed. So if you wanted to grab my consolidated feed, all you have to do is just go to this address, including this Lon.TV consolidated, and then you will have this feed. So every time I upload a video on either channel, it gets added to that RSS feed, and all of that information that you just saw is accessible to software that you might write yourself or services that use RSS. Now, with that RSS feed, I can have my email blasting service called ActiveCampaign automatically put that email together and fire it off to all of you. Now, I'm still working on it right now. The consolidated feed actually has some duplicate entries in it, which is why we see this twice. But later on this week, when we do some more videos, these will each be their own video. There'll be a link that you can click on to take you right over to that video on YouTube, complete with a thumbnail. I don't have to touch it because it's all going to happen in the background automatically. And if you set that email to be delivered weekly, Sunday morning at 7 a.m., you'll have an email of all the videos that I put together, and you can go from there. So this got me to thinking about how do we solve the original question, which is building a notification system that gets us our top favorite creators delivered to us at a time, place, and method of our choosing. And Zapier might be an option for you there. Now, there is a free tier of Zapier that allows you to have 5 zaps at one time. A zap is what you see here with the feed consolidator. This is a single zap, but you could make this one and then have your notification zap be the second one. But Zapier is limited to only 10 feeds that you can consolidate at once. So if you have more than 10 creators, this might be a limiting factor. There's another service out there called RSS Mix that is free, and this will allow you to do up to 100 feeds at a time. And I think you can actually do some things where you can mix in other mixes in a nested fashion, but I think 100 might be enough there. So what I've done here is I've loaded in all of my YouTube RSS feeds, and if I click Create, that will get us a single consolidated feed that is available here. Now, once you have this RSS feed built, you can use it pretty much anywhere. You can go back to Zapier and have it send that data somewhere. IFTTT supports RSS. You can also use an RSS Reader like I've got here. This is a service that I subscribe to called Baskuz, I think it's how it's pronounced. I'll put a link to it down below in the video description. And you can see what it looks like when you get all this stuff together. So you can imagine this RSS mix having all of my favorite creators, and I can click on one of the newer uploads that they've got, and it'll take me right to YouTube, for example, and I can start watching that video. There are apps available on mobile that can read RSS feeds, so you really can do a lot here by creating an RSS feed from your YouTube channels that you watch and have a means of notifying yourself for all the things you don't want to miss. And of course, now that I've talked about it, YouTube will probably discontinue it. But what I would love to get from all of you in our Q&A for you this week is perhaps some ideas as to what we could build as a notification system. And maybe I'll do a video how-to about how to build it out. I would love to get some ideas as to what you think would work, if we can maybe look at IFTTT or look at maybe using Zapier for it. Again, Zapier can get to a premium level if you start doing too much with it, but IFTTT is free. One other cool thing might be to try to figure out some way to create a playlist from that RSS feed so that we can jump over to YouTube in the YouTube app and have every video that we want to see automatically added to the playlist. There's a lot of things to think about. I would love to get some ideas from all of you as to how we might be able to implement this, and maybe we'll do a video kind of showcasing some ways that you can use these RSS feeds to finally get notified about the things you want to see. Now, just to get your gears turning about how automation can work, when that feed gets updated, Zapier right now is doing a whole bunch of stuff, including adding a tweet to my buffer account. I'm on the free plan there, and what's nice about it is that it won't overload with tweets. It schedules them out, so it adds a tweet to the queue automatically that gets pushed out at a later time with that video. It also creates a post on my Facebook page with that video. It creates another post on LinkedIn with that video. And one thing I haven't announced yet, but I guess I am going to now, is that we are in the process of building out a website for the channel. And I'm going to have a post for every video that I upload on that website, along with some buying guides and a few other things. And what it's going to do is create that post automatically from that YouTube upload. We're working on getting it to embed the video right now, but what it does is it creates the title of the post from the title of the video, it drops in the link to the video, and then it pulls in the entire video description, which is pretty cool. And then what it does is it uploads a thumbnail to WordPress automatically from YouTube. And this one was kind of neat, not to belabor this, but I thought this was kind of a neat way to do it. If I go over to this customization field here, you can see that I have it pulling out the highest resolution it can find based on the raw video ID that's embedded inside of that RSS feed. And that's been working great. It just drops it right into the media gallery. And then what it does is it goes out to our task manager called Freedcamp, and it creates a bunch of tasks that we have to do after the video is uploaded, including backing it up to my Synology server. It makes sure that Plex Web Shows gets it. We make sure the write-up is ready to go, and then I go and make sure that I activate Content ID on the post to protect my copyright, and that is the process we work through here on the channel with automation using Zapier. Now this, what you just saw here, requires a premium account, but it's making the workflow a lot better here because all this stuff we were doing either through IFTT or manually in the case of the website, Now it's all being done with the automation here of that video getting uploaded to YouTube, and I think it's going to be a really nice workflow moving forward. So let me know what you think, and we'll come up with some ideas that we can use to help create our own notification systems.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold-level supporters, the Four Guys with Quarters podcast, Tom Albrecht, Brian Parker, and Kalyan Kumar. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to lon.tv/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit lon.tv/s.